Hello YouTube, and hello Ted. I hope to see you in England pretty soon for a beer, but in the meantime I'm answering your competition, the Candid Camera giveaway, asking for short videos, so hopefully I'll manage to keep this one short, which I usually do, I've got to be honest, on foreign, sort of, not foreign, that's a very British-centric way of looking at it, sorry, on less well-known forces contributing to the Second World War. And the one I want to talk about is one that is personally related to me. I've seen many of the videos and they've got some really wonderful stuff, people with all the rifles from obscure sources, which is really good to see, lovely collections. I've got nothing. Back in a box at my father's house there's some medals, some discharge papers, and some other things, and record of service and so forth. That's it. There are, however, a few books about, and one of them is titled The King's Most Loyal Enemy Aliens, and that's who I'm going to talk about. This was a group of people who were refugees from Germany, Austria and a few other countries, but mostly Germany, and who came to Britain, and some of them were interned in internment camps, obviously danger of spying, but they all joined what was then known as the Auxiliary Military Pioneer Corps, later to become the Pioneer Corps and then the Royal Pioneer Corps. Their job was to advance as pioneers, unarmed troops, to do labour. They were labour battalions, descended from the labour battalions of World War I. They were to fill sandbags, dig pipework, dig trenches, lay communication cables, clear minefields. Pretty dangerous jobs under fire, and lots and lots of people joined it. My grandfather amongst them, which is why I'm talking about it now. And they nicknamed themselves the King's Most Loyal Enemy Aliens, because they were obviously enemy aliens, but they wanted to fight for Britain. Some of them wanted just to get out of the internment camps, but many of them not only felt it was their duty to a host country, but really wanted to strike a blow back against Nazism, and I honestly can't say I blame them. 1 in 7 Jewish refugees ended up joining the British Armed Forces in one way or another, 1 in 7 of the refugees to the UK, and considering how many of them were women and children, that's a very, very high number. They participated in campaigns from the D-Day landing onwards. They were part of the British Defence initially, which has apparently led to some hilarious incidents with the Home Guard, because obviously that'd be the only time the Home Guard really encountered someone with a German accent, apart from the odd downed pilot. And after joining the Pioneer Corps, many men then transferred to frontline combat units, but they were all the King's Most Loyal Enemy Aliens, and they're not really that well known, I think, because it wasn't just refugee Jews, it was political dissidents, it was gypsies, anyone persecuted by the Nazis who fled could have joined the Pioneer Battalions, the Pioneer Corps, and then get promoted out of it. My grandfather himself was made a corporal and a motorcycle courier and a translator. He never really talked about it much, but the little that he did say was that the only reason he was promoted was more to do with his inefficiency at digging ditches and the fear that he'd cut every communication line from Normandy to Berlin, rather than his skill as a translator, although he did work as a translator later on and spoke several different dialects of German. So that's just a short little video compared to some of the ones out there with the wonderful collections, which to the rest of my subscriber base, if you've got any interest at all in military antiques or anything, I thoroughly recommend both Kiwitedferny's fucking wasp, both Ted's videos and those of his subscribers who are answering this stuff, because they've got some really nice collections. Thanks very much, YouTube. Bye.